I'm in Texas yearning for snow again. This is it. This is feeling the warmth of the sun again, and missing home instead of the warm fields of grass. A deeper, smoother winter wrenches out when it's time to play New Englander. As many of you all should know by now, I'm from the increasingly barren state called Texas, where empathetic people whose hearts are kept toasty by Southern hospitality call their paraplegic governor Hot Wheels. In all honesty, I knew I was bound to miss snowfall the moment I returned home. As with time, my shackles rotted away though their iron burned, and her weight always kept me from drifting into new spaces. New places where spiritful dandelion pieces can flounder and wander around, catching wind and moving our wishes into deeper canyons and wider valleys. Where will my winter pass? Earlier, I tried to prepare you for the truth by referring to it as it. Clearly, I've gone major silent, and like the heat of the sun on a sunny winter day, I forgot where to put my feet. I could go on an effortless rant about science, how the tilt of the earth affects other things, and the seemingly nonchalant attitude most of us hold on to that fact. The fact that we're bounded on a tilted deformed ball by new words like gravity. Gravity. I'm trying to be like Newton to discover something new. I figure tonight, and only tonight, will I enter the dictionary one more time to find a new astronomical way to describe winter. What it feels for me when I see old friends who no longer recognize nor talk to me. What it feels like to be somewhat chosen but not all the way there. This is a post about all of the love and friendship I felt before. A beacon of sunshine that felt cataclysmically new, but all the while strangely old and unfamiliar that even the word familiar cannot capture how anew this heat, or absence of heat, feels every year. We are on a moving train, a galaxy searching for a new partner to arrive, merge, and sit with us as we hurtle to new dreams. It's too Nana for me. These unnew Nana references are unmighty in the ambition to declare a new scientific concept. The truth is, I failed. I failed out of my dreams to be an astrophysicist that I must settle, if settle is even the right word, to be an astronomer. We're all still somewhat physicists in the club, or at least this department. But the strict retraction of the word from my label has done more damage to my self-esteem than I want to admit. I want to save the phenomena. I want to save snow. I want to save heat. But somehow, continuing on this path hurts more than when I'm alone, holding on to somebody in the snow, dancing in the snow, taking pictures of the snow.
So this is the final product.
So here's my thing.
Of my
I've been learning how to be a physicist again. To be a
Let
physicist,
me know what you guys think.
you have to have the duty of fighting for something new.
I mean, it's faceless.
I made up a new word for everything I feel.
I don't know.
Ab-algorith. It subsumes this idea of building a new cult of scientists and believers of faith, larger systems at work that we are being manipulated by while also working in tandem too to manipulate itself. It almost like an inside joke or job that's giving itself away. I call them astro-absurdists, but in reality, they're ab-algorithmists. String theorists rise up. Sorry, that was kind of cringy. Drawing from the absurd, we take the prefix of ab, which details away from, and follow the pattern of Newton's need to make up the word gravity. How do people come up with new words? Do they listen to it? The truth that tells them that the winter does not last and perhaps could only be a season? What would I have to do to convince a cave woman born during the Ice Age that perhaps this ice will also go? That perhaps we know why the earth was so cruel and unforgiving if she lost her lover, her baby, or anything to winter? And how eventually, with a little bit of time, she'd warm up to the idea of no longer being a snowball. No, literally. Before our own apocalypses, the other humans had their own. And perhaps it wasn't that bad. Only a handful of a million lasted. And they lasted with grit for them to perhaps live forever in the particles in the air. The resuscitation of love and meaning give way to a need to escape my dreams.
Okay, let me take a picture.
To make up a word, first, there's a winter in their heart that feels more like a green November than its typical greenness. It's called a contradiction of absence. I might as well capitalize such a rule or phenomenon. But here's to the fellows that get what I'm trying to do here. And here's to the friends who believe I've lost my point. I want to make a new path back to winter. Back to the time where we lived infinite and the snow was permanent, so I'd forever be playing with the snow, even in Texas, even with you. I recall in my death class, a poet mentioned how friends and family should not mourn them, for they are in the dew that melts in the spring leaves. Even when they are gone, here is nature to remind you the absurdity of how my particles never escape you. My energy, your energy, never fails to leave my side. And thus, we become permanently lathered in remembering how to be left alone in a restaurant, with all of the scorned memories from the past haunting the pictures on the walls. And suddenly, despite the harrowsome detail of being left alone in a restaurant, waiting for that person to return, we become okay. Because suddenly, I'm not the only one farting it up and smelling my own cheese. King Tut did the same and thought of his own forlorn situationship too. So yes,
I don't know if
here
that
it
was
goes.
corny or not.
The truth.
Was
The
that
truth
corny?
of how I went back to his dorm in the
Or
dead
no?
of night, and I lost him as we were kissing passionately, smoothly. I couldn't stop thinking of the other woman. I'm supposed to be her. I am new, I am desperate, I am not her. I cannot be the winter you understand and know, but I still showed up at your front door anyways. He saw my crazy. As we almost did the do, as we typically tried but always formally resisted, I began spilling my tears across his cheek. He couldn't stop. I want to say that he loved me too much, but I think a nut is always just a nut to nonchalant people like him. It's horrifying even more because it sounds like his winter is gone, packed up, and a new season of earth has revained itself into existence. Just like these new words I keep making up to coalesce with the meaning of being a failure, yet loving all the same, perhaps a little too correctly. If you could tell that I was crying, why did you keep going? Why didn't you ask me what was wrong? Couldn't you tell that you pushed me out too quickly that I'd forget my pants? Yes, I forgot my pants that night. I also forgot about my period, a peculiar pain that would become forevermore. Unwield me from your fight. I don't want to be the sword to this war within yourself and perhaps even her. I don't want to double-cross us anymore. I've lost too many books that do not belong to you. Books that you'd never read. Oh, and speaking of, I guess this is where I should plug my book. Buy my book, The Cynical Fish. It's about a woman who can't fish out when it's actually raining anymore. And she becomes real enough to start losing her hair.
Like, I speak anymore right now. I've lost my voice. It's like 15 minutes. Fucking. It's just feeling 1,000 to be so far off my feet that somehow naivety